Hello everyone, welcome to today's class. My name is M. Shyam Sundar, TGT Math, working at TSWRS Boys Kondapaka at Siddipet District. Today we will discuss an interesting topic, area versus surface area. Area versus surface area. Sir, are we going to have a match between area and surface area like India versus Australia? No, it's not like that. We are just going to discuss area and surface area. Where do we use the word area? Where do we use the word surface area? What is the difference between these two? Let us have a PowerPoint presentation to understand it better in detail. Area and surface area. Where does we use this word? It referred as simply area in case of 2D figures. 2D figures, two-dimensional figures. Whereas in case of 3D figures, we replace the word area by surface area. So we got the two words, area and surface area. It referred simply area in case of 2D figures. In case of 3D figures, we use the word surface area. Let us look into this in detail. First of all, what are 2D figures and 3D figures? What is a 2D figure? Yes, there should be a question in your mind. What is meant by a 2D figure? A closed figure having only two dimensions is called a 2D figure. What are dimensions? What is mean by this? Yes, dimension means direction. Yes, now you can understand direction. If it has two directions, then the closed figure is called a 2D figure. Let us understand some more detail. Look at the screen. What you are able to see here, it is a dot. It is a point. What is this? A line segment. What about this? This is also a line segment, but it is in different direction. What about this? This is also one more line segment. It is in another direction. You have one more line segment which is also in another direction. Then how can we differentiate these all? What are these all? Yes, first one is a point. Next all are the line segments, but they have different names. One has a length, breadth, height and depth. What are these? One line segment has a different names. How it is possible? Wait. Look at the board for few minutes. Yes, we have a point and there is a line segment like this. There is a one more line segment like this. One is like this and one is like this and different. This is the point which is called dimensionless object. What is mean by dimensionless? It doesn't have any dimension. There is no direction for this point. Therefore, it is called as a dimensionless object. What about this? This line segment is like this. It has one direction. Suppose if it is started from here, it is going in this direction. It is called as a length. It is a unidirectional object. Suppose if the line segment is going like this, we will call it in general as a breadth or width. Depends upon the figure. What about this? This we will call it as a height, and this we will call it as a depth. Let me tell you in detail. Suppose these four line segments are in the different directions. Let me take my hand as line segment. If I show you like this is the length like this. If this line, if this arm, if I keep like this, then this will be called as a breadth or width. You can put like this, you can put like this. Next, what about a height? If you stretch like this, my hand, then this will be taken as a height. How can I get the depth? If this will be changed to the direction like this, then this will be called as my depth. So, one line segment will have a different names depends upon its direction. Therefore, they get the name depends on their direction. Yes, welcome back. Next, what is our next topic? Just please look at here. Triangles. How the triangles are formed? Yes, we know. Three line segments will make a triangle. A simple closed figure formed by three line segments. We will relate our topic to the areas. See, this is one triangle having three line segments. This is another triangle having three line segments. What is the area of this triangle? Area of the triangle is half into base into height. We have already discussed about it. Yes. Here base and height are two dimensions. Yes, they are the two directions. One is base, one more is the height. Therefore, it is a 2D figure. It has two dimensions in it. What about quadrilaterals? Yes, quadrilaterals are the simple closed figures are formed by four line segments. Let us look about these. It is a square and whose area is side into side. So these are two sides, two directions. There are two directions in this area. It is also a 2D figure. What about this? It is a rectangle. Area of the rectangle is length into breadth. So in this you can observe our words length and breadth. They are the two different names because of their different directions. Parallelogram. What is the area of the parallelogram? Yes, area of the parallelogram is base into height. Again, two more words came, that is base and height. We have discussed already. Depends upon the direction they get the name. What about this? This is the rhombus. What is the area of rhombus? Area of the rhombus is half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. There are the two diagonals in each quadrilateral. So in rhombus, area of the rhombus is half into diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Finally, what can we conclude? Yes, these are all product of two dimensions: side, length, breadth, base, height, diagonal are different names depends upon direction and shape of the figure, but they are all unidirections, means they are all of one directions. When they multiply together, they become two-dimensional figures. That's why these are all two-dimensional figures. We have one more. Special one, circle. A circle is a closed figure which do not have any sides. So this is your circle. What about the area of circle? Yes, we have already discussed about area of the circle. That is, area of the circle is equals to pi r square, where r is the radius of the circle. Pi is the value 22 by 7. This can be written as r square can be expanded r into r. So pi into r into r. That is equals to pi into radius into radius. So here you have the radius twice, 2 times. Here the radius is one dimensional. Yes, radius is also a line segment. It is one dimensional. When you have taken 2 radius, that means 2 radii, then it will be 2 dimensional figure because it has 2 directions. Finally we can conclude one thing, that is, area of any simple closed figure, simple closed figure, if you take, that is equals to n into first dimension and second dimension. That means first directional thing and second directional thing, where n is a real number. Real numbers we know already. Those are all natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, fractions, decimal numbers, rational numbers, irrational numbers, even all together makes a real number. Yes, that's a special. That is n into first dimension into second dimension. For example, area is equals to length into breadth. That is, here n is equals to 1. Whereas area can be taken as base into height. Here n is equals to 1 again. Whereas area of the rhombus half into d1 into d2, diagonal 1 into diagonal 2. Here in place of n we have 1 by 2, that is half. Area of the circle we just now have seen, that is pi into radius, where n is equal to pi, and that is equals to 22 by 7. So finally we can conclude that area of any simple closed figure is equals to n into first dimension into second dimension. What is a 3D figure? Now let us have a look into the 3D figure. Yes, we have covered 2D figure. Now we are going into the 3D figures topic. A closed figure having only 3 dimension. Yes, we know the word dimension. Dimension means direction. So it has 3 directions. Yeah, what about this? Do you know this? Yes, it is a cube. It has length, breadth, height. You can see in the slide 3 different directions. You can observe here, one, the line segment which goes in this direction is the length. One which comes down we will refer it as height or depth. One more which went like that in the given figure is the breadth. Don't think that these are the rays. I have just shown with the arrow marks that they are emerged from one corner. They have started from the one corner. So at every corner you will have these 3 directions. That means you will have 3 dimensions. One is length, breadth and height. We will explore it some more. Cube and its net structure. We have already discussed about 2D and 3D net structures in our class. So this is the cube where we have taken. Its net structure will be like this. If you open a cube, you will have a net structure is like this. You can observe there are the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So if you open a cube, you will have 6 faces. That is the reason I have shown on the cube 1 2 and 5 numbers, so that you can understand. The first one will open, then you'll have 5 more sides. One will be 2 to the front of us, and right of us will be the 5. So you can expect front of us 2 means back of the cube will be 3. Right to us is 5, therefore left to us will be 4. The one more which is at the bottom will be 6. Therefore total there are 6 faces. Sir, what is this net structure? What is the use of this net structure? Wait, you can have a deep understanding about this topic. So it has 6 faces, each in square shape. Therefore, see, a cube consists of 6 faces, each have a square shape. Each side is a square shape. So a cube consists of 6 square faces. So here we use the word surface area for the total area of the faces. Suppose you are taking total area of the faces which you are able to see in a 3D figure. The faces which are exposed outside, if you are taking those faces into consideration and you are calculating the area, at that time area word will be replaced by surface area. These are the few more 3D figures. Cuboid which has 6 faces, but each 6 faces are rectangle or square in shape. All are not in the same shape. So it has 6 faces like cube, but it doesn't have all the faces are same. Even in this case, if you are calculating surface area, then it will be treated as sum of the faces. The faces can be all the faces and few faces, different depends upon the task which is given to us. One more we have, that is cylinder. What is cylinder? You can observe, you can understand by seeing the cylinder picture. You have a circle at the bottom, circle at the top, then the two circles are joined each and every point, which is a family of the prism. We'll discuss it later. So this is also a 3D figure. Let us have a final statements. Area. What is area? Area of a plane object is number of unit squares that can be accommodated within it. We have discussed this to find the area of the regular object and even irregular object also, that we have discussed on square grid. Therefore the area of the plane object is number of unit squares. Plane figure represent the area like circles, rectangles and triangles. We have covered this. The area is the measurement of the size of a 2D image. If there is a 2D image, if you want to discuss the size of that figure, then you refer the word area. With the area, you will measure the figures. It expresses the size measurement of the surface. Yes, it has a surface that we will express the size measurement. When it comes to area, all we have to do is to concentrate on one area. Area means only one surface area. Surface area. The total area of the faces of a three-dimensional object. Yes, the total area of the faces of a three-dimensional object. Solid figures represents the surface area. Yes, solid figures represents surface area like cube, cuboid and cones, etc. Surface area is a measurement of the size of a 3D image. Yes, we have seen, if you have a 3D image, if you have to measure the size, then you use the word surface area. It expresses the measurement of the exposed surface of a solid object. Whatever is exposed outside that surface we will measure. In the surface area, we have to look, we have to work out on the area of all the sides. Thank you. I'm Sham Sundar, TGT Math, TSWRS Boys, Kondapaka, Siddipet District.